A couple of weeks ago I posted a video which was based around Bergmuller and how to memorise music, and I first couple of days after it sort of went through my head, but I never actually played it. I haven't looked at it, and to be honest, until right now I wasn't planning on doing a follow-up of actually necessarily learning this piece. I was just using it for demonstration purposes. But then I thought, oh, why not do a part 2? But in order for there to be a part 2, I need to be sure that I've remembered part 1. So 2 weeks later, this is what I'm thinking. No, something's wrong there. So I think I was right up to there. I'm wrong. That was it. That was it. I say that was it. I mean, I'm going off my own memory. My own memory might be completely wrong there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check it. You know, before I check the music, I want to play through it first. I don't want to influence my my memory at all. So let's see. So that's a crotchet there. I think I jumped off it, didn't I? I think, oh, that's staccato, and then I just remember to hold that. Okay, so I did that, and it should have been, so it's, yeah, we're swapping around. So that's okay, let's just do that without looking. There we go, right, okay, so let's have a look at the next bit. So fermata, I like a fermata, and so that gives me the opportunity now to think about what I'm doing. Okay, so we've got a very, very simple minim and crotchet and semi-breve thing going on in the left hand here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play through it. Okay, so do, yeah, so do, 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 do. Not quite. I think I was doing a C major arpeggio there. So this is like an inverted F major chord. So it's a C, F, A, C. So C, F, A, C, C, A, D, G, C. Right, okay, and then it goes back to a very similar thing. So it repeats those first two. So in all, no, la la la. I could hear the melody. I could hear exactly what I wanted it to do. I didn't just glance at that, by the way, but I could hear what I wanted it to do. I think I wanted to go to the A. La la la, because there was quite a drop there. La la la. Is that right? A, D, G? Yes, it was, right. And then it does that again. I think it was F, G, C, D, D, D. Okay. Do, 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 do. Okay. F, G, C, D, D. Okay, quite good. Right. I'm not going to dwell too much on the left hand just yet, because a lot of it will be associative with what happens in the right hand as well. But it's always as well to get into the nitty gritty of what they're doing individually, because you can tune yourself in to the melodies of whichever bit's causing you trouble. So if you forget what the left hand's doing, just think about the melody even when the right hand's playing, and it will be another little memory jog for you. So I know how that goes now. For now, I mean, obviously we're talking short-term memory here, obviously, but let's go to the right hand. Okay, now that is a C and an E. what you need to remember. So this is what I say, you know, that there's a lot of things that you just have to remember. This is it, right? This is how it starts. So it's going to be interesting. So it's all in thirds, which is nice because that makes it easy to remember. So the first bit's easy to remember because that's a nice sort of descent. Okay, and then we're going to, if I put that with the left hand, okay, makes sense because that goes up to the C. Okay, now because that falls in turn with that, it resolves into a C major chord, which means that if I took that left hand out, I wouldn't know necessarily whether or not it stayed there. It could either go or it could go down again. No. And it's that one because it resolves with the C. Brilliant. Okay, so now I need to think about what that does. That's fairly straightforward. That's nice. Oh dear. Okay, and then so we know that in the left hand we're going to A and then to D. Now let's see if we can just sort of take those first crotchets, or the crotchets that line up with those notes. That makes a C minor. No, it doesn't. It makes an A minor. A, C, E. And then if I go down to the D, the two crotchets above it are D and F, which make basically it's not quite a chord. That it's a minor third though, isn't it? So we're effectively going down the D minor road there. So okay, so yeah, okay. So if I remember that that's 4 and 2, so how does that resolve? Right, so going to 4 and 2, no. So if I switch to 4 and 2 there, then it becomes very logical as to the movement because of thinking about how, if, you know, I know that I've got to get from there to there. If I went this way, it wouldn't get there. So I've got to go down, and then it's the opposite. So down, and then similarly here, because that's on a G, we're going to resolve that to a G, because that's a B and D. So easier. So what they're saying is 3, 1 on the B and the D there, and then switch to 2 and 4 and use them going up. Okay, so if I put those together, no, I've got a double, yeah, so because there's only that many degrees between that D minor and that G, one of those has to be doubled, and the one that's doubled is the D and the F. So it's not that, it's this. Okay. Which is much more melodic, to be fair. Okay, so all in all, that phrase so similarly here, what I hadn't observed before was when that switches to the F in the left hand, it becomes an F major chord. So stay on those notes. Okay, there we go. So do that again. That's it. Right. So what I need to do now is just the next bit. So good. Right, really good, because that's the same. So I literally go from here, which is a logical resolve anyway. And then all I'm going to do is, no it's not. Which is gonna okay, so what I need to know there is that that's obviously going to be effectively an F major chord. Not quite, but it's an F, A, F, la, la. And then this here is interesting because it's G, F, D, so really we're looking at sort of G7th idea there. So what I will have to remember is not to go down there, because my instinct is to go down there and make it more like a C, G, E, C. But they're saying G7th, he's saying G7th. Okay, and that should be fairly straightforward. Should be. Oh no. Yeah. Rest. Okay, so that's where the rest comes in. Okay, so let's put it together. Oh dear, that was not good. 2, 4. Okay, so let's just do that a couple more times. Okay. Yeah, so I think we're getting there. So the thing is, like I said last time, we're not looking at getting it absolutely performance perfect. We're just looking at committing it to memory. So what I need to do is put that up there, and then in about 10 minutes or so, revisit it, and then make any alterations if I've not quite remembered it, and then I can play the whole thing together. But let's just put it to the test one more time and just see. Without that there, I can't see that at all now, so let's see if I can remember it in any capacity, so without the safety net. So and then there was a fermata. Not bad. We'll get there. We'll get there. But that's it. If I play that in about 10-15 minutes or so when I've had a break and see how it goes, make any alterations that I need to, and then I can move on.